So The Little Mermaid 2023 has already been controversial and most people haven't even seen it, y'all. Some people are already hating on it and haven't even seen it, but I have seen it and I am happy to report that I actually did enjoy it. I thought it was actually pretty delightful, but it did have some issues. Let me start though with Halle Bailey. Before I even started my review, she did fantastic, guys, fantastic. But y'all, welcome into the channel. This is Geekly Goods, and if it's your first time, the name's Leo Rydell. Hit that subscribe button if you're new, guys. And today I'm here to review The Little Mermaid, the 2023 live action remake. And again, I'm going right back to Halle Bailey. She was fantastic. Fantastic, y'all. She plays Ariel in this remake and just had an incredible voice. She was incredible herself, had great mannerisms, really embodied Ariel. But let's talk about the rest of the cast. We had Jonah Hauer-King as Eric, Daveed Diggs as Sebastian, Awkwafina as Scuttle, Jacob Tremblay as Flounder, Javier Bardem as King Triton, among others, and Melissa McCarthy as Ursula. So let's go back to Halle, y'all. I cannot stop talking about her because she was great. She was so expressive, larger than life. That singing voice was fantastic. She was spectacular on screen, completely embodies the role, chews up scenery. She really was born for Ariel. Seriously, she absolutely knocks it dead in this role, you guys. Ooh, I really would love to see Halle in more stuff after this. I just really loved her singing voice, loved the mannerism she brought to screen. She felt like a Disney princess. She felt so charming and fun to follow and so elegant, but she really did embody Ariel, that adventurous spirit, wanting that curiosity, wanting to see the surface world. She was great in this role. I really also like Jonah Hauer-King as Eric. I really love how they create his own backstory, give him layers. They actually layered this character this time. He's not just a generic prince. He really is layered and has his own story to this, and I love what they have to add. I did like Daveed Diggs actually as Sebastian, and I did like Jacob Tremblay and Awkwafina. The problem is the animals unfortunately look really weird when they're talking. The expressions and the expressionless stuff just doesn't really work, if I'm being honest with you. It's just not that great. It just looks inorganic. It looks weird. It just doesn't look as fun and colorful and outgoing as the original. But hold on, y'all. We talking about the characters. I gotta get to these songs. Wow, the remade songs are great. Now, I know some people are upset about the changes in lyrics, but I'll be honest with you, both songs, both changes, and I know it was Ursula's track and it was Kiss the Girl, those two songs were not that heavily affected to me. I didn't find them to be that bad, to be honest with you. Poor Unfortunate Souls too, I liked the rendition that Melissa McCarthy did. I really like these songs, and I will say when I saw the film, there are some new songs in it that I was caught off guard by and didn't quite like. However, on a re-listen, there is one new track called Scuttlebutt that I actually really think is a jam now. And I'm a little ashamed to admit it, but it's a little bit of a bop to me, y'all. So I enjoyed Scuttlebutt on a replay. So a lot of phenomenal music. Halle is great on vocals, y'all. Part of Your World makes me tear up. This version too, and I really enjoyed it so much. I had a delightful time with the music. Under the Sea was still as colorful and larger than life. I would have loved the expressions, a little more color. However, it was fantastic. Daveed was awesome on the vocals. Halle joins in. Really, really fantastic job with the original songs. One song I didn't like in particular, Prince Eric gets a song in the movie that I just didn't love. But if you love it and if you really enjoy it, I totally understand. I just didn't really like it that much, but I did like his backstory. King Triton. Yeesh. I'm sorry, Javier Bardem felt like he was very wooden in this role, and it just didn't feel as great and as bombastic as the original King Triton in the Disney Little Mermaid 1989. And then Melissa McCarthy. A lot of people really, really loved Melissa here. I really wanted to. I went in, I was like, I really want to like this Ursula because she does have the look in my opinion, but unfortunately, I just didn't love her, guys. I thought that she tried to be Ursula too much, whereas I respected Will Smith's Genie because he really made it his own. He took the character and really made it into Will Smith's version of the Genie. However, Ursula and the way Melissa McCarthy acted, it was like she was overacting way too much to try to be the original Ursula. Whereas I just would have loved for her to put her own touch on it, her own spin, and not try so hard. Let's talk a little bit about the underwater CG. A lot of people loved it. I will admit, I didn't really like the underwater CG. I think a lot of it looks a little rough. The visuals aren't as great. And maybe this is just off of Avatar: The Way of Water, but I just did not find it that beautiful. I thought that it looked a little inorganic in places. Some of the swimming is really unnatural and odd. Sometimes the head in the water just looks a little, hair in the water too, looks a little odd. I just think that sometimes the visuals look pretty good, and then other times it looks inorganic and unnatural. So honestly, guys, there's a lot to love, like the songs, Halle Bailey, Eric, really like them. I even like the animal characters and the songs that are one of the new songs that they do. I like Awkwafina as Scuttle. I like Daveed Diggs as Sebastian. I like Jacob Tremblay as Flounder. But honestly, the expressions just aren't a great thing. I think they gotta find a way to animate some expressions on these creatures. Cause wow, we really haven't learned from Lion King that they need expression. The reason why The Lion King works and why Little Mermaid, Sebastian, and Flounder work is those larger than life expressions that are brought to life in the animated version. So unfortunately, that just does not translate well here on screen. But I will say, Halle, wow, I thought she was phenomenal as Ariel, and I am so happy that young black girls get yet another Disney princess to love. They get their Ariel, guys. I think that's so wonderful for young black women who will have a princess to look up to. So I love this. This is a win in my book. I'm so very happy about this. So honestly, I came out and there were some changes in the movie that I really liked. They added some length, and the length that they did add, I didn't quite feel like it bogged down the movie too much. I think they added some appropriate length to the relationship between Eric and Ariel, and I think that that fleshes out those characters a lot more, and it does create better character-driven stories, so I do like them fleshing that out. Some of the other stuff could have been cut out, but honestly, I had a delightful time, y'all. I think minus Triton, Ursula wasn't that great. The underwater CG, no, but there's a lot of good in some of the bad guys. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments, though. Are you looking forward to The Little Mermaid? Guys, if I had to give a rating to this movie, I am going with a 7.5 out of 10. Very fun, very exciting, but I just can't go all the way and say that it's fantastic. One of the better live action. It is one of the better live action remakes, but not one of the best, maybe. Maybe not top 3, but honestly, definitely top 5. Guys, let me know your thoughts down in the comments. And hey, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you next time on Geekly Goods.